Sealer. What kind should I use? What does it do? How often should I do it? How does it stand up to the different elements? We're going to be looking at all that today coming up. What we got here, we've got black wax, which I put on this one with a steel wool and a Scotch-Brite. And here we've got just a basic sealer. Stone Shield's the brand that makes it. It's just a straight up basic penetrating sealer. This one here, we've got an impregnating sealer. This one here, this is the one I use 95% of the time on my jobs. It's same brand, Stone Shield. It's a color enhancing sealer. They make another one named Ager. It's same ingredients, everything works just the same. It brings out the secondary colors in the stone, which makes it pop and look better for the customers. So what I want you to see today, there's different hazes on these right now. I put the sealer on last night before I left, and I left it here today so that you guys could see the different hazes and everything. Now I'm going to take a paper towel and I'm going to buff it off, and we are going to throw a few things on it and see how the sealer does its job, how it protects, what has the best looking shine. On the bottom here has absolutely no sealer on it at all, so we'll see how water reacts to the black wax and the area without any black wax, the basic sealer, and so on and so on. On the bottom of my desk here, I use the same ingredients, the black wax, the basic sealer, on the bottom, and then on the top there's nothing. You might be thinking, well, why did you do the exact same thing that you did on top? Well, on top, this is a polished finish stone. Around the back and the sides, this is a leathered stone. It's a textured stone. So I wanted to show each customer how it would work for their material, whether they have a polished stone or a leathered stone. So we will start right now with a paper towel, just buffing it off, and then we'll take a look at how it looks after it's buffed off. When I go through my spiel on the job site, I tell the customers we cleaned it with denatured alcohol, we sealed it. You need to wait for the sealer to fully dry, soak into the pores, which usually takes several hours, usually 4 to 5, so I tell them the next morning you'll get a little haze. You want to buff that off with a dry rag or a paper towel, which is what we're going to do now. And you can see the haze on several of them. The black wax, it really doesn't have any type of haze on it at all. Really nothing came off on the paper towel. The basic sealer, I don't really see any haze at all much on it either. But when I put this one on, it looked really soapy. And as I'm buffing this off, I'm seeing the shine start to come on it. So that kind of makes me feel good. I can see a little on the paper towel, and I definitely see the light reflecting better on this one. On the impregnator, there's a whole lot of haze on that one. So we're going to buff that one off. And you can see the shine starting to come out as we're wiping it. But what I'm also seeing on the impregnator, it's a little harder to buff off. So I'm going to grab me a fresh paper towel here because I think my paper towel's got coated. And I'm going to keep working on this impregnator. Alright, I think I got most of it off there. So I'm going to put that over here because I don't want to cross-contaminate. Alright, now the ager. You can see on this ager, to me it looks like a polyurethane coating or something. And you can see how my fingerprints get on it. And it's still kind of oily. This absolute black stone is very dense. So there's not a whole lot of pores and fissures for it to sink into. Now the blue pearl that I wrapped around it and that's on the inside, it's very dense too. So we got two super dense stones. You can see the adher's coming off a lot on the rag. Now a lot of customers, they'll forget to buff their sealer off, or they'll be out of town and leave it set on there for 2 or 3 days. Then everything that floats around in the atmosphere or any work they're having done in the house, it sets on it and then eventually dries. And then it's a pain to get off. You don't want to use a wet rag or a wet paper towel to clean it, because it'll just make a mess and it won't work right. So now we've got all of them cleaned and buffed off. So I think I'm going to peel this here off and see if we can tell a difference in between these here. Went ahead and buffed all this off with the dry rag and the dry paper towel also. I can definitely see where my tape was here, where it doesn't have any sealer or penetrating. I can see my line pretty well there too. And on the black wax one, it really looks good. Now black wax isn't something we commonly seal with, but as you can see, it will make a black top shine like a brand new quarter. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put some water on here, maybe put a few other things and see how the sealer holds up. What you want to see in a sealer is the water just beat up, just like a freshly waxed car. So this is straight water. I just went over to the gas station, I bought it. We're going to pour a little bit on this one. A little bit on this one, this one, this one. Alright, this is without sealer. I cleaned these with denatured alcohol yesterday. So now I'm just going to wipe it off. It just kind of floats on the top. It's beating up pretty good, which is what I would expect from a black wax. That one looks kind of beat it up as well. This is a really dense stone, so probably not going to have a whole lot of soak through. Basic sealer. Impregnator. Color enhancer. So what I want to do now is I'm going to put some tape on here, and what I've noticed as an installer and a fabricator, once I seal the top, then I try to put tape on it, it will not stick. So put some tape on the black wax one. Basic sealer one. These all seem to be sticking pretty well. The impregnator one. And the adherence sealer one. So they all seem to be sticking fairly well on this one. This is some really sticky tape. Oh yeah, you can tell the difference in how well it sticks. Just some super thick tape. So I've also got some kind of nasty stuff over here because people are like, water, that ain't gonna do nothing. So we're gonna put some of this. This is protein shake. If anybody lifts weights, they know how nasty this stuff is. Alright. That's my first alright. Now I'm going to put some lotion on here. That's really thick. And now we're going to see what happens on these, on the sealed and non-sealed parts. Lotion. Lotion everywhere. Lotion, lotion. 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 A lot of these videos that I do, it's because I kind of want to know what happens also. So now we'll wipe this nasty mess off, and then we'll take a good towel and we'll wipe it down real good. So I'm probably going to have to clean my office floor pretty good after this one. That's all right. That's all that stuff off of it. I can definitely tell the difference when I'm wiping the stuff. Alright, as you can see, I kind of wiped everything off really well. And we're going to see some smears on some of it. What I want to do now is I want to peel this tape off. And I want to just wipe it down real good and see which ones look the best. I recommend to all my customers to use a mild soap and water when they clean their countertops. This is just a mild Dawn dish soap. It's blue, you can kind of see it through there. So I'm going to spray this on there. If I can get it to spray through my brand new spray bottle. Lowe's and Home Depot, they all sell cleaners. I think soap and water is about the best you can do. And I want to wipe it all off with that soap and water. And I wanted to see if we could see any difference in the squares. So we've cleaned it off really well with mild soap and water. If I run my hand across here, on the sealed areas, I can definitely feel it's a lot smoother. If you look at this one, I'm still a lot darker and fresher looking than this one here that has not been sealed. That's on my ager sealer. This one here with the blue pearl on the impregnator and the non-sealed, it looks pretty equal to me. The blue pearl on the basic sealer as opposed to the non-sealed, that looks pretty even to me too. On the absolute black with the black wax and the non-sealed, the black wax is the star of the show in my opinion. It looks a lot darker, a lot shinier, a lot cleaner. It's just amazing. I think it looks beautiful. So that tells me on a dark stone, black wax is king. Another thing it tells me, the people who sell quartz, their big selling point is, you don't have to seal it. You don't have to seal it. What this tells me, sealing is not that big of a deal on a dense stone. We poured all kinds of stuff on it. Still looks nice. Still looks clean. Nothing stuck to it. You can make it look better with some black wax, but I guarantee you I'd make that quartz look better with some white wax if it was white quartz, or black wax if it was black quartz. We didn't spend a whole lot of time on the leathered material down here, but I'm pretty sure we will come up with the same results. I'm going to go ahead and peel the tape off for you right here so that you can just get a overall view of what it would look like. And with it being black, you can kind of really see the basic sealer. To me, I don't really see any difference at all in the sealed and the non-sealed. The impregnator, much darker on the leathered. The ager, much darker on the leathered. And the black wax, much darker on the leathered. I think it really shows up a lot better on this leathered material. I want to spray it down with my soap and water and just do a quick wipe over so you guys can see what it looks like when it's cleaned off. Got a lighter trash can. So it's still a little wet, you know, from me spraying it on there, but it's drying as I wipe. And as it dries, you can see the dark spots coming right back. In my opinion, if you're just using a regular sealer, I don't think it matters that much. Now, if you have a super porous white stone, you're going to want to worry a little more about sealing it. But on a dark, dense stone, I don't think you're really going to have any problem. And another thing I tell my customers, if you're the type of person who waxes their car once a week, once every 2 weeks, yeah, you're going to want to seal it because you're going to want this shiny black look that one of these three give you. But if you're a normal person who don't want a super shiny car, super shiny countertops all the time, sealing is not that big of a deal. It shouldn't be a big enough deal for you to choose quartz or some other type of man-made material over natural stone countertops. That should not be your mind-setting factor, because this test shows me 100% that it's not that big of a deal. Thank you guys for watching. If you learned anything, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Next, we will be showing you how to clean and seal your countertops.